channel. In today's video, I am going to be creating this look for you. This is definitely a very prom forward look, but it is not just for prom. So ladies, if you are not in high school anymore and you have a special event to go to, this is also applicable for you. So I just wanted to kind of make this a prom look because we are in prom season. But again, this look is universal. If you are going on a date night, or you are having just a fun little girls' night, or you want just to do something really fun and flirty, then this look is perfect for you. It is a gorgeous, dark smoky eye, and I had a lot of fun creating this video for you. So if you want to see how I got this look right here, then please keep watching. Okay, so the very first thing that we're gonna do is we are going to prime our face, and for this, honestly, because it is a special event, prom is always special, it's really important to find a primer that is going to keep the makeup staying all night long, because obviously while you're dancing, while you're having fun, you don't want your makeup to slip all over the place. That's won't be cute. And for prom, obviously you're going to be taking a lot of pictures and a lot of videos, and you're going to want to post stuff on Instagram and Facebook, and because of that, a good primer is important. So we're going to start off by priming our face with Makeup Forever Step 1, and it is the smoothing primer. So what this primer is going to help do, it's going to help smooth out any fine lines and pores and any type of wrinkles that you may have. It's going to almost act as a blank canvas and a blur. So that's going to be really pretty for pictures. So we're going to start by applying this all over our face. So now that our face is primed, this step is optional, but if you happen to have dry skin like I do, I definitely recommend it. I'm just gonna spray my face with a little bit of my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This really helps keep my skin very nice and very refreshed, and it will help with any dry areas that you may have. I don't really have any, but I usually like to do this anyhow. So I'm just gonna spray this all over my face. And then boom, instant hydration. Honestly though, I love the way that feels. My skin feels awake, I feel refreshed. It's just a great feeling. So I'm gonna let this dry for a second and then I'll be right back. So the next step to do after priming our face is obviously going in with our foundation, and I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever HD foundation. And the reason why is when you have an HD foundation, it's going to look absolutely beautiful in pictures and in videos, and obviously for prom or any type of special event, this is what is going to look gorgeous on pictures and videos. Any HD foundation, this just happens to be one of my favorite foundations for makeup. If you are going to a special event or anything like that, I usually like to use the Makeup Forever HD foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit on my damp beauty blender, and I am in the color N125. And I'm just gonna start blending this all over my face. Also, while you are blending all of this out with a damp beauty blender or whatever it is that you are using, you always want to make sure you blend down your neck, because there's nothing worse in pictures than seeing a foundation line right here and then all of a sudden it's your natural color right here. You should always usually match your foundation with your neck anyways. That's going to be your true color. Obviously you shouldn't match it with your face because it's going to be much lighter than the rest of you typically. So always match it with your neck and make sure you always blend down to your neck, because like I said, in pictures that will definitely show up. Your face is going to look a little bit darker than your neck, and it'll look off and probably bother you, especially years down the line when you're looking at your prom pictures and you're thinking, why the heck is my face darker than my neck? Well, make sure you blend and then it won't be. And now that I'm fully done with my foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Naked Skin concealer from Urban Decay. I actually just recently purchased this and it is absolutely amazing. It is amazing. It's very full coverage but very lightweight, which is great. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this under my eyes and I am going to make a triangle shape. And the reason why is it's going to give the effect of a lifted appearance for this area here. It always looks very gorgeous in pictures and very flattering. So by doing this, you're concealing under the eyes, but you're also highlighting at the same time. So it's like killing two birds with one stone. And now that all of my concealer is done, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm just gonna blend this out with my damp beauty blender or whatever works for you at home if you don't happen to have this. So after we finish doing our concealer, the next thing you definitely want to make sure you do is set all of your concealer or else it will go everywhere throughout the night, especially while you're dancing and everything like that. That is not going to be nice. So make sure you set it with a setting powder. I'm just going to use this one right here. This is the Laura Mercier setting powder. And I am going to take this with a tapered brush. Any tapered brush will do. This one's from Elf. It's from the drugstore. It's like $3 and it's seriously the best thing ever. So I'm just gonna take this and set all of the concealer. And also just a quick tip, whenever you are setting your concealer, definitely make sure you always set in this area here because usually that is where makeup likes to settle. So always make sure you're setting your concealer there, that way you don't have any makeup caked up because that will show in pictures. So just always make sure this area is set very, very well so that way you can ensure that it doesn't move around at all during the entire night. Okay, so the next thing for us to do is to move on to our eyeshadow, of course. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my Makeup Geek Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette. This palette is absolutely amazing, I love it. And so the very first color that I'm going to use is just going to be as a transition shade. And it's going to be this shade right here, and that is Beaches and Cream. And I'm gonna put a little bit of that just on any blending brush. And just go ahead and apply this on the lid and in the crease as well. Again, this is just going to act as our transition shade. And I'm just going to take this from the lid and blend this up into the crease, but you don't want to go any further than the crease. You don't want to take it any further than right about here, because right here is our brow bone and we're going to obviously use a different color to highlight our brow bone. So the next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to start with our lids, and I am going to use this color first. And it is called Shimma Shimma, and I'm gonna put just a little bit on a flat dense brush and apply that all over the lid. What this is going to do is just going to give our lids that extra really fun, gorgeous, shimmery look, and I think that's so pretty for prom. And also any special event, to be honest with you. Like I said, this look is universal. You don't have to use this just for prom, but because we are in the season of prom, you know, why not? Okay, so now we are really zoomed in, and I did that obviously so you can see a closer look at what I'm doing. So I'm just taking that same color, Shimma Shimma, and just applying it on my lids only. You want to make sure you stay on the lid. You don't want to take this above. So just apply it on the lids only. And then for the next thing that I'm going to do for our lids is I'm going to apply, this is actually a cheek highlighter, and this recently just got released from ColourPop Cosmetics, but I think it's going to be absolutely perfect, and it's called Smoke and Whistles. And I'm going to apply a little bit of this, and the nice thing about this is you don't need any MAC Fix Plus or anything like that. It's so shimmery and pigmented and beautiful. So I figured I'll put this on top of Shimma Shimma, and it's going to be extra gorgeous. So we are just placing this on the same exact area as where we put Shimma Shimma, and remember, you don't want to take this above. Can you guys see how shimmery that is? It's so stinking pretty. Okay, so the next color that we are going to use is going to be this color right here, and it is called Homecoming, which I thought, how ironic, this is supposed to be a prom tutorial and it's called Homecoming. And we're gonna apply this in our crease area only to give our crease some depth, and I'm just gonna apply this using a blending brush. Obviously, the key to doing any type of smoky eye at all is adding colors and then making sure you blend every single time you add a color, because that is what is going to make your smoky eye look flawless. So now our creases are defined, and I absolutely love that color because of the fact that we have a little bit of shimmer on our lid. That just adds a little extra shimmer in the crease. I mean, there's nothing wrong with shimmer when it's a special event, especially like prom. So why not go all out and add some shimmer, honey? So the next color that we are going to go ahead and use is this color right here, and it's called Bada Bing, and it's so beautiful. It does have shimmer in it, and there's specks of gold and black and brown, and it's so pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and use that, and I'm going to use this taking a little bit smaller of a blending brush. This one is from Sigma, and this is their E25 brush. And I'm just going to apply this on the outer corners only, and we're gonna build up to working it on the inner corners. So it's slow and steady wins the race here, as you can see. So make sure when you're doing this, you apply this very, very lightly. You don't want to apply too much because these Makeup Geek shadows are very pigmented. And then obviously, as you know, it doesn't have to be a Makeup Geek eyeshadow. That's just what I'm using for this particular tutorial, but it can be whatever you guys have at home. And I'm just taking this and blending this out into my crease and a little on the inner corners here of my eyes. Okay, so now that we have all of that blended out, the next color that I'm gonna go ahead and do is definitely a matte black. So be careful when you are doing this. You wanna make sure you wanna prevent fallout. Honestly, I should have started with my eyes first and then did my foundation after. So for those of you at home who definitely wanna recreate this look for prom or any special event, probably do your eyes first, since we are working with a lot of shimmery colors and it is a pretty dark smoky eye. So the next color that I'm gonna go ahead and use is this color right here, and it is called Corrupt. And it's just a matte black, and I'm gonna take this using a much smaller blending brush. And I'm gonna take this color only on the outer parts of my eyes. So you don't wanna go too high with this, and you wanna make sure you stay on the outer parts only. So I'm gonna take that and just apply some in the outer parts of our eyes. So the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is just blend all of this out, and I'm just gonna blend this with no additional product on it, just using my E25 brush from Sigma. And now that we are done blending out the black color, I'm gonna take this color here, and it's called Cocoa Bear, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit of that using a bigger blending brush. It's just a standard blending brush from Sephora, and I'm gonna take a little bit of that on my blending brush, and then what I'm going to do with that is I'm gonna apply it just slightly in the crease area as well. And now that it's in the crease, I know it looks a little insane, and by a little, I mean a lot. We're gonna blend this out. I promise you guys it's all gonna come together right now. It looks crazy. It usually always looks crazy whenever you're doing a smoky eye, and that is totally fine. So we are gonna blend this out, and I'm just, again, using my E25 brush from Sigma. And I'm blending this basically into the black. And what this is going to do is just make the black stand out more and give our smoky eye a nice halo effect and really make it smoked out and gorgeous. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Shimma Shimma again, which is what we applied on our lids, and I'm going to take that and put it on my brow bone and use that as my highlight under the brow bone. Okay, and then so after we applied everything on the brow bone, we're going to go ahead and just go back in with our blending brush just to kind of ensure we didn't create any harsh lines, and if we did, we're just going to smooth everything out by blending everything together. Like I said to you guys, the key to a perfect smoky eye is blending everything out. It takes a while, but it all comes together at the end. Okay, so the next thing we're going to go ahead and move on to is our brows. And I'm going to skip through this part just because for time's sake, I'm just going to skip through this part and then we'll move on to the rest of our eyes after this. Okay, so I am back. I just finished my brows, and again, I know this probably looks a little crazy right now. That's fine. I promise you, as soon as we finish up with mascara and eyeliner and our lashes, it's going to look so much better. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to apply a liner, and it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be a perfect straight line or anything like that, but we're doing this because when you are applying lashes, sometimes if you don't have a liner under it, you can definitely see where the band of the lashes start. So we want to prevent that, especially since it is a special event and you're going to be taking lots of pictures and videos. So we're going to go ahead and just apply a thin line right here, and this one is just from Sephora. And now that we are completely done applying our liner to the eyes, now it is time for the fun part, which is lashes. And I love lashes for special events. I think it really just brings the look together, especially a smoky eye like this, something dark and dramatic. It can look very bold on the eyes. So applying lashes is really going to complement a dark smoky eye like this. And the lashes that I'm going to use for this look, I was debating on a few different ones, but because this is a dark smoky eye, I'm going to use my Ardell 101 Demi lashes. They are pretty wispy and somewhat thick. So I'm going to go ahead and apply these off camera because that would be a disaster trying to show you guys on camera, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I just finished applying my lashes. As you guys can see, they are extremely wispy, but they are gorgeous and definitely ideal for special events. So now the next thing that I am going to go ahead and do is just apply a little bit more liner over the lashes just to ensure that the lash band cannot be seen. So after you apply your liner, the next thing that you definitely want to do is put some mascara on. And so I'm just going to go ahead and use this cute little sample size one from Tarte. It actually works really well, so I definitely need to go out and buy the full size one, but it's called Lights Camera Lashes. And I'm just going to apply just a thin coat because these lashes are so wispy and dramatic. You don't need that much. A little goes a long way. Another important fact to know and understand is whenever you have false lashes on, it is always important to apply a mascara after, just to make sure your lashes and the lashes that you have applied blend in together. So the next thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is apply that same color Bada Bing to a very small brush like this here. It's just a very small, thin, dense brush, and I'm going to apply that same color under the eyes. And what this is going to do is just going to give an extra pop. And now that we are done with that, just taking a pencil brush, this one is from Morphe, I'm just going to blend this out a little bit down to give it that extra smoky effect. And now I'm going to take Bada Bing on a smaller brush like this, and I'm just going to apply that color on the inner parts of my eyes. Okay, so now that our eyes are done, finally, I know it seems like it took forever, I'm gonna go ahead and contour my face now using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. You guys know that's like my favorite, that's like my ish, you know? So I'm gonna start just by carving out the cheekbones, and I'm gonna blend these two colors together. And for this particular contour, I'm not gonna do anything insanely heavy. And the reason why that is because we already have very dramatic eyes. So we don't wanna do anything too heavy. And the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is apply some blush. This one is Petal Power from MAC, and it's so, so pretty. So I'm just gonna apply this in my cheeks. And now that we have our face contoured and we have applied our blush, the last step to do is we are going to highlight the areas of our cheeks and of course on our nose, down the bridge of our nose and our chin. And I'm using MAC's Soft and Gentle, and I absolutely love this as a highlighter. I think it's so gorgeous, so I'm just gonna use this on my fan brush and just sweep this along the sides of my cheeks. So the last step, finally, is our lips. And I'm going to do a very nude lip. The reason why is because our eyes are so dramatic. You don't want to have a dramatic, you know, a dramatic eye look with a dramatic lip look. You want to kind of balance it out. So we're going to even that out by doing a very nice, natural nude lip. So I'm actually going to go ahead and apply the color Lumiere from ColourPop Cosmetics from their Lippy Sticks. And I'm just going to apply this all over my lips. And to make this even more nude, I am going to apply a liquid lipstick over it. And this one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is the color Milkshake, and I think it's so, so pretty. So I'm going to apply this over this color. So now that our liquid lipstick has dried, I am actually going to apply a gloss over this because it does come off a little bit pink with the Lippy Stick color that I applied under that. So this one is from Milani. You can get this at the drugstore, and it is called Bare Secret. Okay guys, and that is the end of this video, and this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely had a lot of fun creating this look for you, and I absolutely love it, especially for those girls that love dark, dramatic, smoky eyes. You know, this is definitely the perfect look for that. However, if you are not into a dark, dramatic, smoky eye look for prom or for any special event for that matter, I will be posting a video with an eye look that is definitely more subtle and not so bold. So stay tuned for that, and as always, thank you so much for keeping up with me. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video.